there are these steps that I do every day. They are about dealing with everyday emotions and everyday hypocrisies. They are mundane and horrific, like every day. These steps make up the dance with the devil. This is the future. There was this man who brought peace to this village by bringing the children together and play. 'Cause he knew, and the villagers knew, that it was too late for them. So he went to the playground. This reminds me of a woman who was brought up in high society. She began to feel wrong. No one told her anything was wrong. She had a husband and 2 daughters. Her husband told her to see a shrink. She refused. She was feeling bad. And then one day, there was a car wreck. She was laid up, broken down, broken up, and she was feeling restless and unsettled. And then one day, she jumped out of bed screaming, "It's too late for me, but not for my children." When I grow up, I am told to be responsible, for I am the future. Until I turn 18, only the children can look to the future. Only the future can look to the future. What if a child commits a horrific, mundane act of crime, and they try that child as an adult? Does that mean that that child is no longer the future? Who can I ask? Who has the power to deny one of their sense of space and time? What of the adult who has the childhood trauma? Does that mean the adult is once again the future? Who can I ask in a society filled with people who will always be the past, are not the present, and will never be the future? This is the dance I do every day to deal with everyday emotions, everyday hypocrisies. It's all so mundane and horrific. I cannot dance forever. I must stop. This is the dance. I just hope my eyes don't glow in the dark. Red for the dance with the devil.
In the future, in the future, in the future, in the future.
Because the future of yesterday was so silly and exciting, the future of today has been stolen from us and replaced with the future of tomorrow. The powers that are want us to believe that the powers that once were have tricked us into accepting a future that will never be. Who cares? We don't want a future that is just the present, only more of it. We want a future that is our friend, like it used to be in the old days. Just because the present isn't the same as the future of the past is a really stupid reason to insist that the future of today is the future of tomorrow. We want our old future back. We are sick and tired of a future that is just as dumb as the past and the present. If we have to, we will march right into the future of today and change it so that it is more like the future of the past. And the powers that are won't have any better luck trying to stop us than the powers that were had trying to make the future of the past match up with the reality of the present. The past and the present have locked the future in a big building by a river without any doors or plumbing. The future has to sit there all the time just listening to the river go by and wondering what time it is. The future hasn't seen sunlight in a long time. You can only see the past out of the corner of your eye, and when you turn to look directly at it, you can't see it anymore. It is an ugly monster covered with big scabs that have blood and pus oozing out of them. All of its hair is falling out, and it has a strange weapon with no name held firmly in its left hand. In its right hand, it has one of those theater masks that has a smiley face on one side and a sad face on the other side. The present is an ugly monster too. It looks a lot like the past, but it has more eyes all over its head. But most of the eyes are dull and covered over with that weird white eyelid kind of thing that cats have that you can see when they're sick. So if you're not looking at the present very closely, you think it can see in every direction. But if you look at it really closely, you can figure out that it can't really see any more than the past can. Nobody really knows what the future looks like, because it's been stuck in that building by the river for so long. So what you do is this. You put a powerful unidirectional explosive under each arm and sneak up on the past and the present and watch them from behind a prickly bush until they finish their coffee break and quit telling all those dumb jokes and the past goes back around to guard the north side of the building. Then you wait until the present is looking west with its two good eyes and you crawl past it from the south right up to the wall of the big building by the river. You stick one of the powerful unidirectional explosives up against the wall and stand back a little bit and put your fingers in your ears and hope that the future isn't standing right on the other side and boom! It knocks a hole in the wall. After you blow a hole in the wall of the building, what you do is this. Run inside really fast before the dust even begins to settle and you grab the first warm thing you find in the dark and you stick it under your free arm and run to the other side of the room really fast, stepping as carefully as you can because you can't see what's in your way, and then you stick the other explosive up against the far wall and step back until it explodes, and then you feel the present's hand on your shoulder behind you, its breath on your neck, but you pull away and you dive through the new hole in the wall right into the river, and then you hold the thing under your arm down under the water for as long as you can because you know that the only way you can save the future is to kill it, or rather, to kill the hideous thing that the past and the present have made it into by keeping it locked away in the dark for so long.